Okay. So this is my hunter class. I will show you the three classes, but we'll start with the hunter. Okay, haven't signed in a little bit, so it's got all this pop-up stuff. That is my current ship. This is, let me just show you down here. Alright. Alright, so that's my character. What you see right behind him, that is what is called a sparrow. That is basically his ride. It's a hovercraft, and you can ride it around on pretty much most every location that you can go to, most planets, most anywhere. A few places you can't ride it in are like strikes, raids, a few things like that. Preview. So this is the ship I'm currently using. It would not normally look like that. Here I can, that's how it looks normally. But I put a shader on it. I can put different shaders. Make it look all sorts of different. I've got different ships. Like, there's this one. I cannot rotate the ships for some reason. I don't know why they make it to where you can't rotate the ships to look around them. It's very weird. I wish they could do that. That's a really cool ship. I like that one a lot. But these are sparrows, and these I can rotate. And not just that, but I can also view them as you would view them when you're riding them. So when you're riding a sparrow, it looks the way it does right here. However, when you boost with a sparrow, you leave a more, can't really see the back right now. There, that's the back. So right there you got the exhaust port right there. When you boost, your exhaust leaves a trail, kind of like in Tron, actually. So see where it says preview? That's what it's like. That is what it's like when you boost. Again, this is not the standard shader. That's the standard look. But I gave it that look, which I think looks way better. Again, of course, you can put all sorts of different shaders on there. I think this one actually looks pretty cool. Let me see. Yeah, there's that one. But yeah, that's what it looks like when you're boosted. And you go way faster, obviously. Another couple cool ones I really like are this one. It's just a nice blue look. I have shaders on pretty much everything, so it's not, yeah, like twin flames. I wish I could zoom out, but yeah. It's kind of like my Mad Max Rust Lord Sparrow right there. And there's this one. Gold is actually not legendary. Purple is legendary. Gold is exotic. And yes, gold is the highest level. There's nothing above gold. There's nothing mythic or anything like that. Purple, so you got a common, gray, uncommon, green. Blue is rare. There is no epic. Purple is legendary, and then gold is exotic. Let me go. Oh, here's my emotes. Got all sorts of different stuff. Put some shades on. I like this one. It's actually not how normally you'd see it like this from this perspective, and it'd be much closer. You don't. Most of the emotes are like much closer view when you're actually doing them in game rather than when you're spectating them. Yes, exotic. There's different dances and stuff. I got some of the more like flashy stuff like this equipped though. I like this one though. It's like Babe Ruth. You point and then home run. Anyway, I digress. On to the fun stuff. The really fun stuff. So, this is a hunter class. Classes are very distinguishable visually by their armor and also the powers that they wield. So you can tell right away that this guy is a hunter because he has a cape. Hunters are the only class to wear capes. Warlocks wear robes. Titans have like a little sachet. Hey Robert, what's up? Welcome. I'm just showing my friend Jalen's the fun too, since I don't think he's played before. So yeah, we're just going over different classes. We'll go over the subclasses. I was just showing him my sparrows and ships and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll get right into it. So, all right, subclasses. So they have the three classes, which are the Hunter, Warlock, and Titan. Subclasses are as follows. You have the Gunslinger. And, okay, I'll just go one at a time. Gunslinger, basically, summon a flaming pistol that disintegrates enemies with solar light. So basically, you pull out this glowing, hot red hand cannon revolver that literally has like sunlight harnessed in it, and it's a one-shot to. So if you're playing Crucible, which is the multiplayer game mode, it will one-shot Guardians or enemy players. I think they're actually, if memory serves, I think there is now a way to survive against this. Barely. I'm not certain. Don't quote me on that. Pretty. Depending on how you mod it, because you have different skill trees. Depending on how you mod it, you will either have 3 or 6 shots. Again, it doesn't matter what variant you use in Crucible. Everything that like your superpowers, which is these your subclasses, are one shots basically. Now, interestingly enough, so the top tree and bottom tree, that was originals. They were originals skill trees designed for the subclass at the beginning of the game. Later on, though, like I think year 2 or whatever, they came out with the middle tree, and the middle tree was designed to give each subclass essentially a new variant of the subclass, like an all-new variant. So it is interesting. So the Crucible multiplayer, that's a lot of fun. I really suck at aiming because I don't. It feels like there's a delay. Like everything's a hit scan. All the weapons are hit scan. I think even the snipers. The only thing that aren't hit scans are like projectile weapons, like bows, RPGs, grenades, stuff like that. But all the weapons are hit scan for the most part. No. I'm sorry. Kinetic weapons are hit scan. Energy weapons technically have a slight delay, but it's very, very slight. And then, of course, you have the campaign modes, which you can play solo or co-op. And then, of course, you have it's not open worlds. It's more kind of like regions that you can load into, which are a large area that random people from different servers can participate and be in the same region with you, and you can just slay AI alien enemies, side by side, random people. There is no vicinity voice comms. The only voice comms are for party members. And that is the same both in campaign, Crucible, like multiplayer, and just, random areas. Blade Barrage. So Blade Barrage, basically, with this equipped, you change the Gunslinger from a gunslinger actually into more of like a ninja, a flame ninja. So you throw two barrages, you like throw two handfuls of solar knives, knives literally made out of sunlight, and again it is incredibly powerful. It's like it's not an AoE, but it doesn't do AoE damage, but it acts like it does AoE damage because you throw so many knives in a very wide spread cluster. You can kill lots of things very quickly. Um, I prefer this one usually because it gives me 6 shots. The 3-shot one allows for crit damage, so it's good against bosses because you can just headshot things for really high damage. Um, you can select between different. Oh, okay. So these are the generics. So on the right here we have these are perks that are specific to this subclass. Over here we have the generics. Well, somewhat generics. So here's our grenade options, and these are obviously it's a solar subclass. So all the damage you do with this subclass is solar. So we have incendiary grenade, basically just lights things up on fire. You got this one. It's basically it's basically like a frag grenade. No, it's not a frag grenade. Well, as you can see, a grenade that detonates on impact, releasing multiple drones that seek nearby enemies. And this one, yeah, you really should. It's a really fun game. It can like if you play a lot and if you get like really high level and if you get like a bunch of weapons, it can at some point get kind of boring playing by yourself, which is why I tend to play this game with people because that adds a whole new dimension of fun to it. So it doesn't really get boring. But yeah, when you're at a really high level to where like all the enemies just die and it gets kind of like old after a while. But that's what raids are for, raids and strikes, because they force you to team up with other people in order to kill the enemies. Oh yeah, so basically this is a stick grenade, or sticky grenade, but it's also a laser activated grenade. So it's basically like a Semtex grenade combined with a claymore. And then you have your class ability. So when you dodge, either you have the option to reload your melee power, or to basically refill it, recharge it, or to reload the weapon that you're holding. Unfortunately, it does not reload all the weapons in your arsenal, but it will reload instantly the weapon that you are currently holding in your hands. And it will reload it instantly and completely. And not after the dodge is complete, but like literally instantly as soon as you begin dodging, the weapon is reloaded. So that's really good for like, RPGs, snipers, stuff like that. Or if you got like, an element, anything that requires a longer reload, this is amazing for. I usually prefer melee reloads, but for Gunslinger, I usually go the weapon reload because, yeah. Now, you have the Night Stalker, and this is the Void subclass. So you have 3 types of damage. You have the Solar, which is basically just sunlight. You have Void, which is basically kind of like dark matter, space energy, if you will. And we'll go into the third damage and third subclass in a moment. So for this one, you have Shadow Shot. So basically, as you can see in the image, you basically make a space bow with space arrows that do very spacey high damage. The cool thing is, it's not just a simple damage. The Gunslinger is your traditional ranged superpower direct damage. This, while you do direct energy damage, finally, oh my god, Fortnite is finally installed. Oh my god, that took an age and a half. Man, I have gray hair now. All right. So yeah, you have your subclass specific grenades. Basically, this one just creates like an area of effect that basically just hovers. Again, this is another Oh, you were nice. Oh, I should get your epic and add that if I haven't already. I don't think you're on my friends list. Basically, there's another it's like a projectile grenade actually. It shoots like a stream, and then this creates like a wall, like a firewall basically. And then of course you have your different perk sets, which just buff this, and then of course you have your middle tree, which creates this. It's basically you spawn two void blades in your hands, and you kind of turn invisible. Actually, you turn into a wraith. Literally, Way of the Wraith. Exactly that. Also, you have different. Wait, is this? Yeah, I like this one. So you have different melee abilities, and I will go into that in a second. So now we have the third subclass for the hunters and the third damage type. This is my personal favorite. Arc Strider. Basically, you summon lightning. You don't wield a hammer, you wield a staff, technically, but you are essentially Thor. You don't throw it like a spear, it is just a staff. Form of staff of pure arc energy and acrobatically take out your foes. This is a dancer class. Um, Now, this middle tree is odd in that it does not actually change, which is what I'm using here. It doesn't actually change your subclass into something different. It merely, like the other two trees, enhances it even further. You know, your grenades, you got, chain lightning, sticky grenade, electric projectiles, yada yada. So yeah, so for three subclasses, two of the subclasses, your middle tree will actually change the subclass into a different subclass, but one of the three subclasses, the middle tree will just enhance it more. And then for your jumps, and this is universal for subclasses. Basically, you can jump either a second time really high, or you can jump a second time with strong directional control, or basically you can jump one way and then turn and jump midair and go a completely different direction. Or while airborne, sustain your air control with a second or third jump. Basically, you get triple jump. And I personally prefer strafe jump, triple jump, double jump, because again, like I said, I can basically just change direction midair. But that's on PC. On controller, which I suck at, I can't move properly, so I need third jump just to make sure I don't fall to my death, basically. Because if I have to jump over a chasm, believe me, I will somehow find a way to mess it up. So I need to have lots of airtime in order to survive on controller. So yeah, one of my favorite weapons is this hand cannon, Ace of Spades. How do I do that? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Oh, if I move it, changes. All right, cool. So yeah, basically reloading after a kill. This is an exotic weapon. It does a lot of damage. Headshot damage is really cool too. Reloading after a kill loads the magazine with a few extra damage bullets. I really like this because it grants radar while aiming down sight. So most weapons, when you ADS, you lose your radar. This weapon, you keep your radar. So it's really good in multiplayer. I mean, in PvP, because you still have your radar while aiming down sights. There is actually perks that allow you to do that with any weapon, but again, that takes up a perk slot. So you got your armor. There's also, this is what I should be doing. I'm stupid. Here we go. Let's go to the standard open world. All right, so yeah. Don't know how visible all this is to you. I can obviously select any individual piece and rotate it. So basically, this is the cape, this armor here. That's what I'm actually. The helmet is what I selected, and that's why you can see it. But yeah, there's so much armor, and each piece has different traits to it. Not like abilities so much, just more like statistics. So like, and armor in a set is usually geared towards a particular trait. Like this set is designed for mobility. This set is designed for mobility and resilience. So basically, you have mobility, which is basically like your movement speed. Resilience is your health, and recovery is your health regen. It says discipline, intellect, and strength. So basically, discipline. Actually, I forget because this is new, fairly new. I forget exactly. I think discipline is your special ability. No, I'm sorry. Intellect is basically my super ability, which is this here, these here. These have a charge rate. I can use them once, and then they have to recharge, and they take a while. So basically, if I have a higher intellect stat, it will recharge faster. Strength is my melee ability recharge time, and then discipline is my grenade recharge. So grenades recharge automatically. That's not a perk. It's not like Call of Duty. Your special ability recharges automatically, and your melee ability recharges automatically. I can melee constantly. That is not rechargeable, but melee has a special. There's like a special melee, and that recharges. All melee is so in multiplayer, melee is always a 2-tap, but special melee abilities will make it either like if a standard melee does like 50 damage out of 100 health. Special melee will do like maybe 75 damage. Or in some cases, they're designed to be like precision melees. They will potentially one-shot if you headshot with them, like a throwing knife or something. So yeah, there's that. Now all this armor here, I didn't earn it. Well, I did technically. It's kind of like a random drop. But once you get it, you can always craft it. Dawnbreaker 9. Alright, I will definitely add you in a little bit here. So yeah, I can go in and I can craft it. Like it says reacquire. That basically means just craft it. And it will craft with all the standard statistics. And then I can modify it as I like. They changed the armor like several times. Just the very the nature of how you modify armor. They changed that like multiple times since the beginning of when they launched Destiny 2. They've changed it actually to the original system in Destiny 1. So now both games are the same in that regard. And so open world, basically, you can just get these kinds of armor from just playing the game, like either campaign-wise or just like dicking around, doing different stuff randomly in like the semi-open world, not open world areas. Gambit, you get these armor pieces from playing the Gambit game mode. Competitive, this is from playing PvP. Factions, this is more like quest lines and stuff like that. Endgame, this is from playing raids, which are 6-man co-ops. This is like the default stuff that you start with. And then these are ornaments. They actually used to be armor pieces themselves, but now they are no longer armor pieces. They are simply ornaments, which can be applied to any armor piece to make them look exactly as you see the ornament, providing it meets the criteria, which is mainly just equip this ornament on any Year 3 legendary armor set to change its appearance. So basically any armor piece that was released during Year 3 of the game, any chest piece, this ornament can be put on it. And the entirety of whatever armor piece it is will look exactly like that. If you have, in my case, like I do, because like I said, the ornaments which we have now actually used to be armor pieces that you could wear. This right here is now actually an ornament, but in my case, because this is an old armor piece that I've saved, this is actually a legitimate armor piece in and of itself. There's no modification to it to make it look this way. Oh, and of course, because it's an older armor piece, it still retains all of the older uh, characteristics of armor, in which I can actually change perks on it. Now you can't do that. Yeah, it doesn't come with changeable perks. You have to add perks, which is less and more complicated or more difficult. And then there's weapons. So armor, I should have mentioned that. So armor is relative to your class. So this is like hunter armor, and it can only be worn by hunters. This is warlock hunter armor. Can't talk. And then you have titan armor. Weapons, however, are universal. They can be used by any class. So you got auto rifles, basically just full auto rifles. You have scout rifles, as the name suggests. They're usually semi-autos. There are some full auto scout rifles, but they're very slow firing. Longer range, higher damage. Pulse rifles, burst rifles. Hand cannons. The name says it all. It's a cannon that you hold in your hands. Moderate fire rate, high damage to the head. Submachine guns. Sidearms. Some sidearms are semi-auto, some are full auto, some are burst. And then you have bows. Standard bow. There are no crossbows, interestingly enough. You basically just you knock an arrow, pull it back. You can hold it for a certain amount of time before you have to either fire it or simply undraw, like let it down. Very, very high damage. We're talking kind of like semi-sniper damage, not like heavy sniper damage. And I don't mean heavy sniper from Fortnite. I mean and I'll show you what I mean in a second. So these are kinetic. No, I'm sorry, that's the old style. So these use standard ammo. These are all the weapons that use standard ammo. Very common, very to get. If you're running out of ammo using one of these weapons, then you're doing something wrong, because ammo drops when you kill enemies. And standard ammo, the gray ammo, that drops very commonly. Special ammo. You carry less of it because weapons that use special ammo usually do a lot, very good damage, potentially, and quite commonly, one-shot damage, even to the body. Oh, thanks. Glad to have you, man. Yeah, I'm usually home around midnight. However, I am actually off tomorrow. I'm not usually, I'm off on weekends, Saturday and Sunday. I'm not, but tomorrow, Wednesday is, it's a different day. So, yeah, I'm off tomorrow. I'll probably be playing Fortnite. Uh, but yeah, thanks so much for stopping by. Glad to have you. And I will definitely, add you as soon as I get on Fortnite. Take care. But yeah, shotguns, one shot up close. Grenade launchers, also one shot. Let me rephrase that. Shotguns, grenade launchers, fusion rifles, and sniper rifles, they are one shots to players. Because you have to be up close in order to one shot. Grenade launchers, they will one shot anywhere. Fusion rifles, fusion rifles are interesting. They are energy. It's not like an energy rifle. So some fusion rifles are kind of like pulse rifles, but like super high damage, like sniper burst rifles. Some of them just shoot like it's a charged energy weapon. That's what it is. And then you have snipers. And what I mean by semi-snipers or light snipers versus heavy snipers is you can see here the impact. That's basically your damage. Impact is damage. Well, it is, but it isn't. But in this case, we're going to consider it as damage. 6 rounds in the magazine, 140 rate of fire, decent reload speed, Lower range, lower impact. That is what I would consider a semi-sniper. Technically, they're all semi-snipers. There are no bolt snipers in this game, so technically everything's a semi-sniper. But it's a light sniper. Show of force. That is a heavy sniper. See that impact? That's almost maxed. Range is almost maxed. Reload speed is much slower. Rate of fire is much slower. Magazine size, way less. That will one-shot to the body. All the snipers will one-shot to the head. But the heavy snipers will commonly one-shot to the body. There are ways to survive these one-shot snipers. I believe there is actually a way to survive headshots from these snipers, although I might be mistaken. I believe the Titan class actually has a way to do that. And then you have your power weapons. Power ammo is very difficult to come by. It is very, very difficult to come by in PvP, but they are also one-shot weapons. And in co-op against the aliens, special weapons here do incredible damage, very incredible damage. Not one-shot to bosses. Technically, nothing is one-shot to a boss, except potentially your superpower, like the gunslinger. But special weapons will do incredible amounts of damage, especially if you have good ones. Power weapons also do incredible amounts of damage, and they do it with incredible ease too. So power weapons are your swords. There's some very cool swords. They added swords. Oh my goodness, that was never there before. That is very cool. I like that. All the weapons are universal. Any class can use them, with one exception. All the swords are universal except for 3. There are 3 different swords. Out of all the swords, there are 3. One that is a class-specific sword. So Eternity's Edge, only Warlocks can use that sword. Now, Warlocks can also use all the other swords, except for these special 2, which are... Wait, they changed it? Oh, so Quickfang actually used to be a hunter-only sword. It is now a universal sword. That's pretty cool, actually. Are there... I'm so confused. Where are the class-specific swords? Ah, here we go. Yeah, Crown Splitter. Requires Titan class to use. There's a car called Ivy. Car called Ivy. What do you mean, there's a car called Ivy? Quick question. Do you want to go to Earth, or do you want to go to another planet? There's a car called Ivy in Fortnite? No way. Earth. Bet. Special event going on there. Sludge. Yeah, I know this one. I like that one. What guns do I want to use? Now, try not to judge me too much. My aim is kind of terrible. I'm using a controller. Give me a break. Yeah, we'll use that and that and that. Oh, let me craft you a sword. Well, no, that'll work, actually, I think. Yeah. I bet. So this is the loading animation. All loading animations look like that. This is unique. This is unique to Earth loading animation. If it was a different planet, you would see a different planet. So yeah, I'm riding my Sparrow now. I can jump off. I can blow up my Sparrow. This is my hand cannon. I love the reload animation. This is my swords. Swords are what turn you into third person. These banners provide you with like max ammo and max energy for all your power-ups. That's my power move. Right there. It's like this undercut. This is my light move. This is my shotgun. A lot of recoil to this thing. Oh, they just vaporized him.
I'm reading a skiff with Glimmer mining equipment.
So there's slide.
Interested?
Let me show you some other stuff here. I'll pull out a bow and show you a linear fusion rifle, I think. Yeah. Oh, yes. Now we'll change. So you can only carry one exotic weapon and only one exotic armor piece. You have legendaries on everything, but the maximum exotics you can carry at once is 2, 1 armor piece, and 1 weapon. That's actually my ghost shell, which you see up there, which is, I'll show you in a second. We'll pull out the pistol, and then we'll pull this out. So this is my ghost, and I have different ghost shells to change its appearance, but yeah, mine is like lightning. It's covered in lightning. I gotta say though, I do love driving on controller. Feels really good. Alright, so we're just gonna show you my superpower.
We'll teach them not to dig around here.
I have full confidence in you.
So yeah. It's my grenades. Just fried everything in the vicinity. Bows are really strong in this game. Right, I can hit my shots. That's a player, never mind. Headshots with the bow are incredible. See, I can't hit my shots. This is my power exotic. It's an LMG. And basically, when I kill something, it calls down a lightning strike. It was very quick. I don't even know if you can see it. It's usually good if there's like groups of enemies. I can kill one, and it calls down a lightning strike at the location of that kill, which will damage and usually kill everything else around it. So a bunch of light enemies I can literally take out in like just a few bullets, because I'll kill one and lightning strike will come down. Yeah. Also just does lots of damage on its own. Yeah, there's lightning strike right there. Real speed's actually pretty good too on this. We'll just kill him real fast. Revive this random person. With my special melee. Just punched him to death. Kill everything here. Oh, hello. But yeah, so this is Destiny. I think I'm just gonna beat him to death. Oh. Actually, no. Grenade. Oh yeah, so basically if I chain damage from my grenades like a lot, it'll sometimes recharge instantly. That's my melee ability. I basically call it my arc staff for a split second to deal a lot of damage. Oh, and my dodge. If I dodge near an enemy of any kind... Wait, how do I dodge again? There we go. It recharges my melee ability instantly. There, just killed everything in the vicinity. Oh, he's dead. Oh, my super's back. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So yeah, I'm gonna kill the stream and get on Fortnite.
Glimmer incoming.
Another impeccable smash and grab.
Oh, I'll grab
Well
the chest
done.
though. Oh, you see that blue thing that was on the ground? So basically, yeah, let's mention that real quick. So that's ammo, gray ammo, very common, as you can see, lots of it. I think if you see green or purple, that's, you know, special and power ammo, respectively. Okay, so right here, this is a very small one. That is Glimmer. That's the currency. So basically, you can pick up currency along with ammo, and then that blue orb thing that was on the ground that I picked up, you pick it up just by running over it. I'm maxed standard ammo, so primary ammo full. That was an engram. So that's basically an item. That could be armor, that could be a weapon, and the color designates the rarity. So yeah. And then also sometimes you'll see like these white little light orbs that you see on the ground. That's basically energy for my super ability. So yeah, if I do like a lot of really good damage against multiple enemies with my super ability or with certain weapons that are modified, I can get orbs of light, which I can pick up and which other people can pick up, and basically it charges your super ability much faster. I still like this thing. Alright, that's it, I think. Oh, and then of course new stuff you'll see shining like that. See, that was that blue engram. That was a helmet. Oh yeah, and your ghosts, little guys that you carry around with you, the guy that talks to you, little droid basically. Sentient droid. Basically, different ghost shells give you different little perks and stuff. Pretty sure that's it. Got these consumables, items. Usually it's like forms of currency that you trade. It's engrams, like special engrams, like special items. Usually like legendary loot or exotic loot. These are different perks I can add to weapons and armor. And of course my shader collection. There's a lot more shaders. This is like the... you can actually go in here and look through the entire collection, like through Flare. It's like, you can look through emblems, shaders, all the shaders in the game. You can do the same thing with armor, weapons, vehicles like your ships and sparrows. Also like the mods for like armor and weapons. And then also the exotics. You can look at all the exotics in the game, which would include weapons, exotic armor, and wait, what? Exotic weapons. Oh, they added this. Oh, they've added a whole new section to show it by class, by type of weapon. That's cool. I like that. It's more complete that way. Nice. That nice little addition there. Didn't notice that.